everybody, and welcome to IELTS Live Thursday. So today I want to talk about three things under the heading why IELTS is important. So if you're in a situation where you're thinking maybe you're going to abandon IELTS, or it's becoming too difficult, or you're losing focus, then you should watch this video, because I want to try and remind you why you thought about doing the IELTS in the first place. So why is IELTS important? I mean, it's not really. It's just an English language exam that anybody can take at any time and get an assessment of their language ability. And that's not so important, really, on the face of things. However, for those people who choose to take the IELTS, there is a story behind it, which is what makes it important. So the first reason why it might be important, and why it's important to remember this, is that it is part of your dream. So I'm sure when you first thought about IELTS or first learnt about it, it wasn't because you're fascinated or interested in English language. It was because you had some kind of dream. Maybe that dream was to go overseas and continue your studies, to do a master's degree or a PhD. For a lot of students, that is the dream. It might have been that you wanted to pursue your career in another country. There may be more opportunities for you in your field in, say, the US or in Canada or in Europe. Perhaps that's your dream. And for other people, and I've worked with many students over the last 25 plus years that I've been doing IELTS, and for many of the students that I've worked with, the dream was more a dream about their family and about their children, because they wanted to have opportunities for their children through education that perhaps were not so easy to attain in the country that they were living in. Or they wanted a different opportunity for their family life. And that's another reason why people start studying for the IELTS exam. Now, very recently, and you probably saw a post on here from him, a student of mine called Kamal wanted exactly that. He wanted to, in fact, he wanted two of those things. Firstly, he wanted to pursue his own career in IT at a higher level, and he saw opportunities in Canada. He was already working in an international company and travelled quite a lot, but he wanted to pursue his career in Canada because he believed that he could get to a higher level. And he also wanted his family, his children, to have those opportunities immediately when they left school. And so he studied hard for the IELTS. He had a few up and downs when he didn't get the score that he wanted, but because he didn't lose focus, he kept going, and now he has a really fantastic IELTS result, which was a mix of 8s. He even got 9 in the reading. So he has a fantastic IELTS result which will help him to achieve that dream. And IELTS just provided the mechanism for him to do that. So he's on his way. And I'm sure a lot of you dream to be in that position of having your IELTS result, and a good IELTS result. And as an IELTS teacher and an English teacher, I can tell you that having a really high IELTS result means he can step into a job very easily and live very comfortably and easily in an English-speaking country without any problems whatsoever. Okay, so that's number one. It's all about your dream. And I'm sure you wouldn't have gone anywhere near IELTS if you didn't have a dream for yourself and your family. So the second reason is the opportunity that it might give you. So the opportunity to become more qualified in your field, the opportunity to have a new job and pursue your career at a higher level, and finally the opportunity for your children to have good education and be able to take advantage of all of the things that you want for yourself without having to go through the IELTS hoops, if you like. And what does that opportunity mean for you? Well, it means probably a higher salary. I'm pretty sure in most cases having a master's or PhD will mean a better earning potential in an overseas country, an English-speaking country, but perhaps also in your own country. I work with a lot of students who, once they've done their PhD or their master's degree, they are planning to go back home to their own country because they know that that will also give them more opportunities and open new gates, new doors for them in their own country. And all of this will mean a higher earning potential and a better standard of living, whether you stay overseas or whether you move back to your own country. It will happen in both cases. So IELTS is in some ways the magic key. One of my students who is now in Canada, when he was working through the IELTS, and again, like Kamal, this student Mohammed was having some bad luck. He took the exam 2-3 times, didn't get what he wanted, was thinking of giving up, but then didn't, and then finally made it to Canada. And he said to me, it is like a magic key. Without it, you're stuck. You can't go anywhere. So IELTS can actually stop you from achieving this higher earning potential, from achieving the higher standard of living that you're maybe looking for your family, and can also stop the new life that you want for your children. So if you have this dream, this idea of a new opportunity, then it's going to stop you in your tracks and it's going to prevent you from achieving it. So it's really important that you do get through this hurdle of IELTS. And I have had a student, you've probably seen her if you've been to my website, because she did an interview with me. She's a doctor, and she's a student called Sophia. And I worked with her a few years ago now. She's living in New Zealand now. And her dream for many, many years, in fact, it was over a 10-year period that she was taking IELTS. She didn't take it regularly, but she kept trying it over 10 years because her dream was to go to New Zealand. And I think she took the IELTS about 12 times and just kept missing out on the band. So here was a very determined person. But eventually we worked together. She got her IELTS result and she moved her family to New Zealand to work there as a doctor. And although it took time, it took many, many tests before we worked together, she achieved her dream. Now, I'm not suggesting that you will take 10 years. It may only take you another year or maybe 2 years at the most. For some of you, it could only take you another 3 months or 6 months. But what I'm trying to say to you is that it is a barrier if you don't get it, and it can spoil everything that you're planning. So in order not to lose focus on taking the IELTS, and in order not to lose your dream, and I also know a lot of people who finally just give up and say, it's too hard, I'm not going to do it anymore. But it's not hard. Everybody can do it if you go about it in the right way and get support. So I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of students over the years, and they are now all living their dream. And I want you to be able to live your dream as well. So what I'm asking you to do is to, if you're feeling in any way that you're wanting to give up or if you've lost focus, then come and speak to me, because by getting some support and by getting somebody to show you how you can get your band 7 or your band 8 at IELTS, it might renew that dream for you and help you. So I'm going to put a link at the bottom of this video, and I urge you to follow the link and book a call on my timetable, and we can talk about your IELTS and about how you can refocus so that you can achieve that dream for you, for your family, for your job in the next 3 months or 6 months. And I'd love to help you with that and show you the way that you can do it. So that's my message to you today. Don't give up. Focus on your dream. Look at the new opportunity and keep going. It won't take you 10 years, but it might take you another 6 months. And it's important to get a plan in place so that you can achieve it in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, so I hope that you will book a call with me and we can discuss that, and you'll be my next student to get through the IELTS and achieve your dream. Thank you for watching, and I hope to be speaking to you very soon. Bye everybody.